Hi there, Andrew Caresti is here with AudioBro. In this video, we're going to go over some of the stage features in our orchestral engine. Also, we'll learn about Last 3's timbral colors, how to use them, and we'll listen and compare a few of them to each other. Before we start, understand that Last is supposed to be used with reverb. By default, our patches load up dry, so you can add your favorite reverb without the need to click any presets. But for these demonstrations, we'll use the Last with Reverb Mixer preset to give you context. Okay, so let's start with the stage. To get to the stage, click on the Ensemble button at the bottom. By default, you'll notice that the stage is turned off. You'll know this because the depth control button that turns on the stage will also be off. This is the default state of Last when you load it. Since Last was recorded with all players sitting in their traditional seating position, you notice that their position is set to center. This will give you the recorded orchestral perspective out of the box. Now, you can adjust these position sliders to change the panning of each Divisi if you'd like, and you can add more width to the recordings. It's really up to you. But you can also add depth to your sections by turning on the depth control. Notice these Divisi blips. You can move them freely, and you can record their movements using host automation. Or just set them where you want and leave them there. And notice how the position sliders change as well. And you can also move the Mover tool to move all the Divisi sections together. Notice when the Divisis are towards the back, there is more air absorption into high frequencies. And if you look here, you'll see dry stage simulations. We have made these dry stage simulations the default setup since more people like to use their own reverbs. And if you want to bypass the stage again, just click the depth control button to turn it off. And if you want the positions to be centered again, just command click or control click on a PC to center them. Now, beyond what you just saw and heard on the stage controls, you can change your sound using our timbral color presets. To do that, let's head over to our mixer page. And notice this menu right here. These presets here are some of the timbral colors combined with their color verbs that we've made easy for you to load with a single click of a button. But there are other options too. If you look at each Divisi mixer channel, you'll see a drop-down with the different timbral colors available to you. There are quite a few to choose from, and below that, you'll have the Sordino timbral colors, meant to be used with our Sordino articulations. When you combine the number of timbral colors in both menus, there are quite a few. So we created presets with a few of them in the Mixer Presets menu for easy access, and left you enough room to create your own presets. So what exactly are timbral presets? Well, they are timbral impulse responses that we have developed here at AudioBro based on the sound of certain famous scores and orchestral recordings. So when you combine them with Last, the sound will result in a timbre close to the referenced recordings. Okay, now let's listen to a few of these timbral colors. Let's start with the Shaw timbral color based on the score Shawshank Redemption. I'll be doing these comparisons fairly quickly so that the sound will still be in your head when I A/B them. Let's listen. Now, let's compare that to a default sound of Last. Now, let's listen to the Village preset, based on the timbral sound of the score to The Village. Let's listen to the first chair for this. Now, let's compare to a Last default preset. Now let's listen to the Cape Far preset, based on the timbral sound of the score of the more recent Cape Fear recordings. Let's listen to the Divisi violins. Now let's compare to the last preset without any timbral IR. Now let's listen to the Psycho preset based on the timbral sound of the score to the movie Psycho. Again, let's compare without any timbral IR. Now let's listen to the Batman preset based on the timbral sound of a Batman score. Now let's compare without any timbral IR. Now, for these next timbral colors, I'll be playing concertino articulations. As you can see here, these are meant to be used with Sordino. Let's start with Saving Private Ryan. Now let's compare to the last preset with no IR. Now let's listen to the Sword Perdition preset based on the timbral sound of the score Road to Perdition. Now let's compare to the last default sound, again with no IR. Next, let's listen to the Sordinos Airy preset based on the timbral sound of some light and airy recordings. And without any timbral IR. Now let's listen to the Sword Batman preset based on the timbral sound of one of the Batman movie scores. Now let's compare without any timbral IR. And lastly, let's listen to the Sword Lost preset based on the sound from part of the score of the series Lost. And again, let's compare with the timbral IR off. Now, let me remind you that all of these settings can be changed by you to meet your preferences. For example, you don't have to use the color verb. You can simply turn it off. Or you can edit the color verb settings here. Or you can use any number of AudioBro reverbs here using Ascend. Or you can use your own reverbs. Either way, you have lots of options, especially when combined with the stage. It's a lot of fun to experiment, and we look forward to hearing how you will use it. Remember, there are no rules. If it sounds good, it is good. I hope this helped you better understand the stage and color features, and thanks for watching. Take care.